So, how would you say this life has been with being a tour manager?
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been a really interesting lifestyle for sure. You know what I mean? Like I get to travel all over the world, you know, with people that I'm really close with, you know, really good friends, you know. But at the same time, you know, it's a working relationship. You know, there's things that have to be conducted in a certain way. You know, the boss sorted out when it was broken down, or you know, handling money and logistics and whatnot. You know, there's work. You know, because you get to like carry out something that's really cool. You know, you get to like help facilitate the show and you know the experience for everybody. So it's very good being part of like something
And you know, I just have to know. I mean, are there groupies coming at you like all the time?
Not me personally. I mean, here and there, you know, but not as frequently as maybe the band, if you will.
And when you started doing this, like, what was the reason behind that?
I just love being around music. You know, I like met some people and they asked me to come on tour, and I just started doing it, and like that was really it. Like I love music and I play guitar and everything. And, yeah.
And did you ever play in any bands?
Yeah, but nothing of any note. You know, just like small local bands, like 10 years ago or something.
What would you say is the most difficult part about being a tour manager?
Just certain situations, not the situations themselves, but just you know, help navigating people's personalities in difficult situations can be stressful.
Have you ever had to deal with a sketchy promoter or sketchy venue?
Absolutely, so many. I can't tell you how many.
Tell me a good story, like the craziest one you remember.
Okay, here's a weird one, really weird story. So I was doing a show with Texas in July. This was in like 2009, and the promoter couldn't afford to pay us.
Yeah.
So he left like a cashier's check in a mailbox at some address and told us to go get it and cash it, which I thought was so obscure. And then of course the check bounced. But that's just like over money. I mean, we've definitely like had to shake down some people here and there back in the day, you know. Motherfucker won't give you a pizza and $50 and fuck.
Oh.
No, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. With Attila, I don't really deal with any sketchy people. It's pretty legit every time. So things usually happen the way they're supposed to, you know, which is fantastic. And it makes my life a lot easier.
And how do you maintain them so they don't become jackasses? Like a lot of bands are getting big, they're getting huge, and they become jackasses.
They're just jackasses to begin with. No, not at all. I mean, they kind of maintain themselves. You know what I mean? I feel like the guys like understand themselves as individuals and like keep themselves in check. You know, they're adults. You know, like that's just how it's. They know their limits. They've been doing this for a while.
So I just have to know, there were a lot of previous members. What happened to all those guys?
They both left for, you know, personal reasons between them and the band. You know, I never delved too deeply into it, you know, and that's the separation, if you will. I'm not in the band, I am regardless of how close I am to them, I still am an employee with them, you know, so I don't really pry into the
so Waters gets a friend.
I just know that they left on terms that were both, you know, understood for both parties.
So, have you ever had to deal with crazy fans where they snuck backstage but you just didn't like them?
Huh. That's interesting. They snuck backstage. Well, what do you mean exactly? Why wouldn't I like them?
I don't know. Some tour managers get mad. They're like, you can't be back here.
Yeah, I mean that happens sometimes. Like it's just when people are like in the way, you know, or like inconveniently placed. You know what I mean? Like, so the other day, this wasn't even a fan. There was a security guard, and they were working on our stage, and people were coming off stage, and they were asking for autographs right away. And it's like you're supposed to be like working security, you're like not like fanning out. You know what I mean? So like. I think that's like
the security guy was fanning out?
Yeah, I'm just like, why? Yeah, so
I thought they're not allowed.
Yeah, exactly, like that, and then like they got like told by someone else, like, hey, you're working right now, you can't do that. So like, I don't know, like fans, you know, it doesn't happen too often at this point, but you know,
to deal with?
Today. No, not at all. Probably worst weather condition. That's a really good question. I'm trying to think now. I've definitely been in some hell. I mean, this is just heat. This is hot, you know. Really, probably like a Warped Tour in Florida, honestly. Just, I remember just being up to my knees in rain. Like the way the venue was, like there were like slopes like throughout, so it's like, yeah, it was just flooded. But then at the same time, I remember standing on the door of our trailer, taking a shower in the rain. I had like a loofah and soap, and I was just taking a shower. So you got to utilize the bad weather situations while all of your merch is completely soaked and ruined for the rest of the tour.
So I have a question. So bands like Attila, you know how classic rock is. Do you think it could be like the new classic rock? These guys can be, you know, 80 years old and they're still gonna be like screaming like that.
Dude, fuck yeah, absolutely. This music has no limits. You know what I mean? Like at the rate, at the rate they're going, they'll be, you know, if they want to keep on doing this until they're old, then let them fucking do it. And if the people still buy the albums, then hell yeah. Like I think, you know, if you want to do something, just keep on.
And
you'll fucking rip it, you know.
Another question I'm sure fans want to know is Ron gonna do another solo album?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Seriously, I've never talked to him about it. Like if I knew, I'd probably tell you.
Do you think any of the other band members would do solo projects?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Kalen's always talking about doing like, you know, like a fun hardcore band on the side, but probably not anything like serious. You know, just like to play like in a basement, like just at home.
Blurry, hold on, one more.
How about form like a supergroup?
A supergroup. That would be sick. I don't know anything about any prospective supergroups though. Can you imagine though? A supergroup?
I'm in the supergroup.
Yeah, I mean,
Billy would be in the supergroup.
I would imagine Attila, Sworn In, Siler.
Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Chelsea Grin.
That would be a cool combo.
I like that.
Who would you want from each member?
Well, why not just do the whole band?
All the bands in one? Just this like super band?
Yeah, I mean Slipknot got like 8 or 20 people.
Yeah, exactly. So like, why don't you have just like 20? You know? Just
I mean, they're all great musicians.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
And they're all hard workers too. So it's not just that they're good musicians, but they're hard workers. Like they worked at where they got.
Yeah.
So some bands that just paved their way to get there.
Yeah.
Are there any bands that you had bad experiences with?
Bad experiences with. I think someone in Icy Stars told me to shut the fuck up once. Yeah.
Someone in Attila might have told you to shut the fuck up once.
I'm sure, but that was different. I've been told, like, that's totally different.
That's not a bad experience. That's like standard
I think
stuff.
I was like mixing them.
That's pretty good.
I think I was like I was mixing them on a tour, and one of them said something through a microphone. It was like their gear was a nightmare. You know, that was probably the worst experience I've ever had. I've never like had to like. Really.
Well, I heard that they contacted Kevin over Nintendo not working, so it's not a bad experience.
Well, contacting someone with such nonsense is enough to. That's a whole other conversation. Yeah.
Who can say?
Don't know anyone in that band's name, but I worked for them for an entire tour. So.
Damn, dude.
I have to know this. Did you ever work with Ron Araki? Like, did you ever meet him? Did you ever work?
Never met him, never worked with him. Honestly. Seen him floating around, you know, places, shows and whatnot, but I don't know anything at all.
Are there any bands that you would also work for if you could?
Oh wow, that's a really good question. Probably like bands that I like really like. Like if Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins was like, yo, do you want to like do sound for my band? I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, or like AFI, like probably like all of like my favorite bands, like The National or Interpol or something like that. Like I don't know, that's kind of.
I like Interpol.
Yeah, I love Interpol. Yeah, I don't know. It all depends on who but those are probably like in my top 5. I love the 1975 too.
And how did you put this tour together? I mean, if you think about it, it's like a super group of a tour. I mean, you have so many different genres of bands.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like, I mean, how'd you put it together?
Well, I didn't put it together. Kevin Lyman put it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He puts Warped Tour together. So we're just on it. But we're just, yeah, I mean, I try to put put, you know, the logistics of Attila's touring together, you know, as far as like getting to places on time.
Well, I think it's ironic that Siler and Swarmy are on the tour, and they all go way back. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Everyone goes way back on it. I think that's like what's something that's cool about Warped Tour 2017. It's like it's a lot of homies. Like everyone's like chilling with everyone on this tour, which is fun. So.
And then, are you a fan of Sick of It All?
Yeah, dude, they're classic.
I mean, that must have been crazy to get them on the Warped Tour.
Yeah, no, it's sick. I remember seeing them in Philly a couple of years ago. His basement. It's dope. They're Trapped Under Ice played too.
Ooh.
Some hardcore tunes.
What bands would you want to do with this?
Reunions.
Ooh.
Original Smashing Pumpkins lineup with
Wow.
Billy Corgan, James Iha, Darcy,
James.
yeah, and Jimmy Chamberlain. Yeah. Original Smashing Pumpkins lineup. That's such a good question. That's a really good question. Wow. Who else? What other bands do I love that are like broken up? Like, I don't know.
I know who Brad wants to get together.
Who would you want to get back together? Some bands I just
Well, I'm
love to
pretty
stay
sure Mike and Prone's going to do it, but I would love to see Have Heart.
Have Heart, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah. Oh wow. Who else? I don't know. I'll think on that one.
And then you've been to a lot of countries, so have there ever been any weird experiences in other countries?
Oh yeah.
What
So
happened?
many weird experiences. Just like I don't know, just like weird like I'm there's so many. Like showing up at this like person's house in England. One of the bands that we're with like gets in an argument with the owner of the house and they like pull out a gun and like all this stuff. Like that was like really sketchy. Or like being at this like Hungarian music festival and everyone's like rolling around in the mud. Like these like mud people like floating around, which was always like
October of the year.
it's like it's something that I kind of like got used to seeing in Eastern Europe metal festivals. Yeah, funny experiences at borders, like going through the borders and whatnot, like how like nice like the border police are in Europe, which I think is pretty strange and different than America, like Canada.
And how,
They're really severe.
how were the shows at like in Middle East? Did you shows there? Like,
I've never been to the Middle East. I've been to Japan, which was really cool.
But have Attila?
I've been doing that for years.
I think so. I think they played in like Israel, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they played in Israel.
I'm not sure that it happened. I know that it was supposed to, though.
Yeah.
Sex?
I don't know if it actually happened.
So when they play other countries,
It's a hoppy dog. It's not an
they're an
Nathan.
interviewer, and they can't
It's a
speak no
hoppy.
English. Do you guys have like a translator that tours with you, or how's that work?
No, yeah, they usually just try to speak. They try to speak English as well as they can. Honestly, like it's like we had someone fly in from Japan and interview Franz when we were in England, and like her English was like really like
First, that's
she could not speak it very well.
I mean, I had
So
HPV. I mean,
Did you understand?
yeah, like she got the point across, and like I think she like tried to like write some stuff down. So they made it work, you know.
So
34.
would your suggestion be?
No kids.
Would it make sense to have a translator? I mean, like, for example, like me, you know, I want to take it a step, you know, further, and I really want to go to other countries and
Yeah.
band. So it makes sense to have a translator.
I mean, maybe if you're doing like a lot of interviews, you know, it might be like really expensive too, because then you have to like pay that person every day and like get them like a place to sleep and like all that stuff. Like food
It's so
stuff
much
and
more,
whatnot,
dude.
you know. So
It's so much more.
I don't know if you're like a huge artist.
Federal
that
funding
probably
hasn't been.
you know.
There's been no
But,
federal funding,
you know, like a band that like
any abortion clinic
Metallica probably
since
has
like
a
19
press translator for them. You know,
like pulling out
their publicist over there just tours with them, and she speaks like multiple languages.
birth control.
And what would you say is the most famous band that they
Yeah,
play
well,
so
they're
far?
no.
Actually,
Metallica.
dude.
Yeah,
Love.
Metallica.
They play with
Probably.
Metallica?
I just read an article.
Were they really nice
science
people?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
If
We
you
didn't meet Metallica.
Ejaculate
They
at
were
least
there and they
21
played,
times a month.
so-
You have
They're really guarded.
way heavy.
Probably.
You lower
Yeah.
your chances
I mean,
of
they're like
fucking prostate
the
cancer
most legendary
by
metal
like
band of all
70%.
time, you know.
So you need to be
I fucking
nutty
love
at least
Metallica.
21
How you feel about Avenged Sevenfold? They're on tour.
They're so sick.
Anyone.
They're so
Just
good.
anyhow.
I love Avenged
You know?
Sevenfold from like
Jerking
you know Waiting to Fall In, Seven Trumpets, all that. It's from like, I don't know, I think they're watching that band progress is really interesting. You know?
Bro, that's like a big part of Attila is Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
Chris, the guitarist, that's his favorite band of all time.
Chris loves Avenged Sevenfold, and Chris loves AFI too, and I love that Chris loves AFI.
Real, like,
I
real
love AFI.
expectations.
So.
How about the other members? What's their favorite band?
Like,
I don't know.
That's very tough.
That is tough. They don't,
It is.
Yeah. Caitlin's always listening to like interesting, like vibey electronic
Make
music,
love, you
or like
missionary, you have
heavy
each other in the eyes.
So I don't know.
I'm usually with Kalen a lot, and he keeps his ear to the ground to like what's most current.
Would you?
Franz as well does the same thing, but
It's better than sleeping with someone that
Their
you
tastes
love.
are.
he likes a lot of he pays attention to a lot of
That
stuff.
one-night stand, meaningless,
And
meaningless
how's the
bullshit.
songwriting
People are
go
like,
meaningless
on
bullshit.
write songs?
But it's like the,
I know they
really
do a lot of
good
writing
at
together.
running game.
I know like Chris and Franz and Caitlin do a lot of writing.
And all running game is,
You know.
is just self-improvement.
And I know Franz is a lot.
So
like,
if you improve yourself to attract the girls that you actually want,
It seems to be very
Without even,
collective.
like, trying.
It's unlike any band that does it. It's
and
like
you actually like it.
Franz will come up with an idea and he will put
And
it
that's just it.
in,
It's just like,
you know,
when people,
to his memory,
stuff like that, it's just
and
like, go out there.
he'll hit up either Kalen or Chris, whoever he thinks can
always
execute his vision better for what he's
Yeah.
thinking about, and they'll, you know, respond with what he wants, or they'll start over and try something else.
You look
And where did they find their current drummer at?
Dude, I would be.
He used
like,
to
I would
work
be
for the
with a
band.
girl.
He was the drum tech.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So like
Brian
apply
was
that.
just
And I was
secret
like, you know
shredder.
what?
A lot of bands are doing that now. Like their drum tech's becoming the drummer. Like the same thing for Word Alive. Like their drum tech's now their
I
drummer.
got
Like,
to where I
Yeah.
needed to be.
But
and
Matt Horn is unbelievable, fantastic
what-
drummer.
And now my life is better.
That's what
He's a great
matters.
drummer.
Yeah.
So is
But if
Brian.
more people
So,
took that,
if Attila can make a
actually
CD compilation
apply
with
those
any
things
like
to their life,
vocalists in the industry right
so much
now,
more shit.
and let's say there's
Stop being
10
fucking
vocalists
miserable.
from
Stop
any 10
fucking
current
hating
bands,
yourself.
what bands do you think
And
would be
fucking-
on that compilation?
You gotta love
Wow.
yourself before you can love anyone else.
If you ever drive down the freeway and you see
What's the context here though?
Yeah, like who? Like what kind of
On
band?
the side of
It's
the
kind of
road,
like similar
tire.
style.
Like as guest vocalists,
Yeah,
or
yes,
okay.
vocals, yeah.
I need OnStar.
I don't know.
Well, I can.
You're fucking busting out that fucking
Maybe.
jack.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe AK.
And when
Chelsea
you have that
Grin.
mindset,
Maybe I don't know.
dude, that's why
Maybe Jay Seiler.
whatever the fuck it takes.
Or Caleb from Beartooth. You know, I don't know. Maybe.
Or Kalen from Attila. He's kind of got a great voice.
Calen's voice is fantastic.
I love Kalen's voice.
Drive it. So it's whatever the fuck it takes.
I
That's why
I love it too.
when I talk
That
to you,
part-
Definitely got to throw in Warren and Singer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like, that would leave like 4 more bands.
Stop acting like a little bitch.
Oh yeah, it's fucking 12. One fucking bus call.
Yeah. It's bus call now.
Yeah,
Bus call.
Yeah.
And last one,
Yeah.
would you be Godzilla or King
How
Kong?
do you want to do this?
Godzilla.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Brad.
Split it
Thank you.
on.